Hey, my friends, how's it going today? Sorry, it's a no shave Friday. Um, the benefits of working from home and self-employment. I posted today about remembering to make sure that the people who you care about know that you care and that communication is important. And it really kind of ties into an individual that I was talking to, not a client, a prospective client. And we were talking about, one of the great principles that I agree with from John Maxwell is that, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And, if you really want to engage people, you got to make sure that you stay in communication with them and you contact them, because if they don't know how much you care, then they don't really care what you know. You don't have a lot of value to them because you're not really in their realm. You're not in their sphere. You're not really somebody who impacts them. And it's the same with as a parent with your kids, as an employer with your employees, whether you're in a volunteer world. No matter what you do, you have to spend the time making sure that people know how much you care, and then they'll care how much you know. And so again, there are a lot of, John's been in the life and leadership game for a long time, and so he's had a lot of things that have been around for a long time. But I hadn't really run into people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It phrased that way, I had realized it, but being phrased that way makes it real easy to sort of ingrain it in your brain that it's important that if people matter to you, that you communicate with them and you let them know, because believe it or not, there's this recency bias of out of sight, out of mind. And if you're not reaching out to somebody, then it's it's straightforward why they might think that they don't really matter to you. And conversely, think about the people who don't reach out to you. It can become real frustrating to assume, and I say assume because, life is crazy and hectic, and so many people are running in 17 different directions, and they're trying to keep some sort of a balance between their spiritual, professional, their private, their personal life, their business, their career, their side hustle, so many different things that it makes it real easy not to communicate and connect. But recognize that, sometimes people feel as though you don't care, and then they disconnect from you, and then they're no longer listening to your message, and they're no longer listening to the value that you may be able to provide in their life. With so many things happening in the chaos, there are also so many tools that also will help you stay in contact. And there are apps out there like there's Voxer, there's Marco Polo, which is videos going back and forth. There's text that didn't exist before, because I know we often don't want to interrupt each other. We don't want to intrude on your time, which I absolutely understand that. But just remember how important it is to step back and take the time to communicate. And that can be with your children, that can be with your siblings, it can be with your in-laws, your extended family. It's very, very difficult at times to admit that you don't have the relationship with your family, your friends, or your loved ones that you'd like to have, merely because you didn't take the time. Because if you step back also, there's really no excuse with so many tools that are out there. And so again, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And if there are people that really matter in your life, take the time to use all of the different tools, resources, and technology that's available to just reach out and say, hey. Just reach out and ping them, whether it's just the holidays, whether it's their birthday, whether it's just because. And just because is probably the best reason that exists, because people understand that it's organic, that it wasn't triggered by a Hallmark holiday, that it was literally you did come to their mind and you decided to send them something. And so hopefully this message resonates with several of you out there. I know it resonated really well with this particular person that I was talking to, and it always made me sit back and reflect that we can all do better. We can all certainly do better at that. And so it's just kind of a bit of a reminder. So, like I always like to say, do something today that your future self would be proud of, and take care of yourself. Have a great day, and let's work towards making it a fantastic year. Take care, everybody.